Hi, welcome to this video. This is my first art focused video I've ever made, and I had problems making it because first I was doing the audio recording online, which is never the way, and then I had to scrap it even after posting the video, and so now I'm redoing it, and I finally have a mic, so it will probably be much better, but this is a chat with me as I draw. And okay, this whole video isn't my full drawing process because I was unable to film that, but in the future I promise, or I'll try to make sure I film every part. So in this video I'll be talking about books, movies, shows I've watched recently, and songs. And let's start with the books. Okay, so the first book, I read it after I was in a reading slump, and okay, it was a book that made me cry so much. It was so, okay, let me tell you the book name though. It's In Memoriam by Alice Wynne, and her writing, it is so beautiful. Honestly, it's a lot of inspiration for me, who's also writing a story, but her writing style, it's like awesome. I'm in love, and I really want to read her other books. But this book, okay, the reason it made me cry a lot was because, it was a World War I book. So of course I knew it was going to, but since books usually don't make me cry, even if someone dies, I figured it wouldn't, but it did, so I was wrong. And okay, this book is kind of gory, obviously, and so also a bit spicy, which isn't my cup of tea, but it was manageable, honestly, if it's not your thing. And oh yeah, this book, it's about two boys. It's set in England, well, before they go to the war, yes, and it's set in England, and they both like each other, but they don't know the other likes each other, which is so annoying. But I don't know, the ending, it wasn't okay. The ending was sad, but in a completely different way than I could imagine it would be, which is very cool. I feel like when you manage to make a book kind of fall in line but also subvert expectations, it's very cool. So it was a very good book for me. I gave it a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads. I was very happy to have read it. Yeah, so I really recommend it. I enjoyed it so much. War books are just different, but it feels so bad to like read something like that and it actually happened, and then to kind of enjoy it. I don't know, maybe it's just me. And okay, let's move on to the other book. This one is a book I read in 7th grade. I read it for English comprehension class, and I loved this book. The book is called Warriors Don't Cry, if you've heard of it before. It was made by one of the... Okay, so the book is about the Little Rock Nine, and it's made by one of the Little Rock Nine, and it takes us through this whole year of them integrating, I was almost going to say infiltrating, integrating Central High, and it was just as, I cried at some parts, even though I read it before, but I don't know what I was expecting. Like, I cried at some parts, and I was just angry, because, it's like, the racism is kind of different from racism today, I think. It's way more, no one cares at all or talks about the badness of it, honestly. It's not like everyone agreed with it. Like, people who were white in the book itself didn't even necessarily agree with it, but it was kind of like, if you didn't agree with the way things were going, you kind of shut up and take it, which was so I hated reading parts like that, but the book was nice. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I wondered though, because I feel like generally whenever I read this book, I always felt like I wanted more, and I still feel like that, because I don't know, I like a lot of story, and it did have a lot, but not enough for me. And okay, so the last book I read is called The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And okay, I gave it a 4 out of 5 because, okay, let me tell you what the book is about first. So it's about this girl who was born somewhere in 1600s France, and the book starts somewhere in the 1700s, super early 1700s, maybe 1714. Yes, I think so. And she makes a deal with someone who's like kind of like the devil. So it's basically night itself. And he is very handsome. Okay, he has a lot of riz, even though he's basically the antagonist in the whole story. But I really love him. And she makes a deal with him to have more time, and so he does allow her to have more time. In fact, 300 years more, although it's honestly infinity, but that's where like that's where like the book takes us to, because it does switch time periods, like point of views and flashbacks. It has a lot of that. And right, so he gives her those 300 years, but he allows everyone to forget her. Like, okay, they can see her, like, she's not completely invisible. They can see her. But once a door closes between them, they don't remember her. And that's, like, so sad. I, I was so sad for Addie the whole time. But, okay, I don't want to spoil, but eventually it kind of gets a bit changed. Her curse, kind of. It doesn't get changed, but things happen that change it. And, so yeah, it was a good book. But the reason I gave it a 4 out of 5 instead of a 5 out of 5 was because, okay, so if it's 300 years of history, of like her life, and we have to have a lot of history, right? And we did get flashbacks and stuff, but okay, as you can tell from the previous 2 books I mentioned, I am someone who loves history so much. And okay, this book didn't give me enough history that I needed and wanted. So, like, for example, there was this one scene that was supposed to be World War II, and she had gone to be a spy, and they only gave us a single tiny chapter, and not even a chapter where she was actively doing spy work, but where she was caught. And like, it was after she was caught in the jail. So, and she got saved by the devil she made the deal with, whose name is Luck, right? And I was disappointed because, I don't know, I feel like if we have an opportunity like that, we should give it as much history as possible. But, that's why I gave it a 4 out of 5. Maybe that's just me. Tell me if you agree. And, okay, on to movies. There's 2. Okay. The first one is Red, White, and Royal Blue, which I haven't finished yet. Okay, so I read the book when it first came out, and I loved the book, even though it kind of made some people seem like heroes overly, like, heroic, right? And, okay, I love the book, right? But, okay, I love the book. I gave it a 5 out of 5. For the movie, I gave it a 3 out of 5. Okay, because you see, the thing is, in the book, Alex has a sister, and in the movie, they removed that sister. That's like one of the worst things you could possibly do. How could you just remove a character like that? I feel like she was so important. Maybe that's just me, but that's one of the reasons I gave it a 3 out of 5. I don't know, it was kind of annoying about that for me. The movie itself, I actually think they did a good job at matching it, and it actually helped me like kind of realize that Alex and Henry are like in their 20s, because as I read the book, I kept thinking of them as teenagers. And so yeah, I liked how they casted it really well, I feel like. But I'm still so irritated with how they just mixed June like that, Alex's sister, right? Especially because June is supposed to be with Percy, Henry's best friend, instead of Nora being with Percy. And also, one other thing, they since they removed June, they couldn't have like a triple trio happen with Nora, June, and B, Henry's sister, which is kind of annoying because they were a triple threat. I mean, they were wonderful. So I liked the group of friends in it, but that removing June, it left like such a gaping hole for me. I don't know. I haven't finished it yet though, so maybe my opinion will change. But as of now, I gave it a 3 out of 5. Well, a 3.5 out of 5. And the last movie I've watched recently is The School for Good and Evil, which I originally gave it a 3.7 out of 5. But now it's a 3 out of 5 because, okay, I had actually heard about the book before, and I didn't read it because I wanted to watch the movie instead, right? And I actually now want to read the book to see what I missed out on and stuff. So, yeah. But, okay, the movie, it's interesting, but Sophie is so cringy. I can't stand her. I can't stand her, well, until, like, in the middle of the movie, everywhere in the middle, I can't stand her. But in the beginning and in the end, I like her again. So, but it makes sense with the way the movie's like, the plot-wise. I also really love Aggie. She's a wonderful character, and I don't agree with what people are saying that she's just, like, supposed to back up Sophie in terms of, like, that one friend kind of cast role, because I feel like she's actually done quite well. And the actor, I saw her first in Andy Mack, right, the actor for Aggie, and she's grown so much. I'm so happy for her. But yeah, The School for Good and Evil, okay, it was corny at times, nice at times. I did like the outfits, actually. That was something I enjoyed. And okay, so at the end of the movie, that changed my original rating to a 3, was they made kind of like a hint that tells us that they want to make a second movie, which I'm like, what? Couldn't you have then just made a whole series if we were going to make 2 movies of, as far as I know, 1 book? I don't know. It's kind of like annoying for me with that, because it's not like it's a Marvel or DC franchise where they can do that thing where they make hints of a next movie to come, you know? But yeah, that's why I gave it 3 out of 5. I'm hoping when I read the book, it's much better. Okay. Now on to TV shows. So I have one TV show, which is a K-drama. Okay. And it's called Celebrity. I'm certain you've heard of it. Or if you haven't, it's actually really good. It's about influencers. Korean influencers specifically. And these Korean influencers, let me stop calling them Korean influencers. These influencers are so shallow and so mean. But the main character, Soari, she's the best, but she does such stupid things sometimes. But no, like, actually her character is pretty well thought out and well written. And so the whole plot is she suddenly gets into the world. It's not suddenly, but it kind of is. She suddenly gets into the world of influencers, and she's famous, getting rich, and all of that stuff. And there are so many other influencers who are trying to drag her down, which is always a point of irritation. Like, they're basically mean girls, but to the highest degree. And, okay. So, one character, Chae, she is so annoying. I can't stand her. I actually haven't finished Celebrity, and I don't expect any character development from any of these characters, but Chae is so annoying. I can't stand her. When I first saw her, I thought she was pretty, but as the show went on, I mean, she's not. The actor is, of course, but the character is so nasty. And there's, like, 4 other girls, women, who are, like, so annoying. Like, they're just evil. And so, yeah, the show is kind of like a mystery kind of energy, but, you know, it kind of switches flashbacks and such. It's actually a really good show. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I'm really, okay, as I have only, like, 4 episodes left to go of the 12, I know something terrible is going to happen very soon, so I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop, and I hope it's not as bad as anticipated. So, yeah, you should definitely watch it. It's so good. It's actually the first K-drama not the first K-drama, but, like, one of the few K-dramas that I've actually liked, because I don't usually like K-dramas. I don't know why, but yeah. And so I think it's really good. The second show is Babysitter's Club, which I had no idea when it came out in 2020. I don't know what I was doing not knowing, because it is one of the book series I've been reading for years. I've been reading it since I was like 8, 9 or something, and I am still reading it to this day. I'm on like book 77 or something, and which isn't too far in. It kind of is, but kind of not. But I have also been reading the side series and such, so it's taken me a bit long, right? But I really love the book series, and I love this show. It's so cute, and it's the kind of friendship I have always wanted. Actually, I think I used to have friendships like in Babysitter's Club, but like, I mean, not anymore, which is so sad. But like, it's so nice, it's so warm, it's so wholesome. It's so it's beautiful. I can't, like, I love it. They also put such a modern spin on it, but in a good way. They didn't make it like stupid, which it was prone to, like, it was at risk, but they made it so sweet. And I was concerned they would remove their iconic phone that they use when they're in Claudia's room picking up to get their babysitting jobs, but no, they kept it and gave a pretty good reason behind it. And I just found that so nice that they actually took the care to make it have the energy as much as possible that it does in the books. Actually, in the books, like, you know, the book covers, in the book covers, the characters look so old. Like, I'm not even lying. Claudia looks like a teen, and not like the 13-year-old kind of teen, but a 19-year-old. They all look so old in the covers. But in the show, which I don't know why it shocked me, they all look like actual 13, 12, 11-year-olds, which is shocking, but it's cute, but it was very surprising. Also, they tried to make characters seem multifaceted. I really like that. But in the first versus second season, they changed the actor for Dawn, which I don't know who isn't irritated when they change actors, but I was kind of like annoyed. But even though she kind of looks like the original actor, like the first actor for Dawn, the new one, but they did this thing where they were like, where this new Dawn said she feels like a whole different person, and I was like, why did they have to rub it in our face like that they changed her? Like, I can already tell. And then the last one, which is an anime called My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. Babysitter's Club, I gave it a 5 out of 5, of course. Okay, My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. I gave it a 5 out of 5. It's such a cute romance anime, and I feel like romance animes these days have been lacking, but just recently, this season of anime has been kind of good. Like, I feel like they're starting to be better again. Although, not to say that the old kind of romance shoujos, like I Heart Ride, didn't have mistakes and like odd things where like the male leads would be so toxic, and like kind of like annoying, and if you met them in real life you'd hate them. Like, I feel like Yamada, he's just such a breath of fresh air. He's blunt, right? But he's so caring. Like, I feel like that's kind of important. And also, this show is so cute because, like, the animation, they make it, like, funny, which is something I love in romance animes. Like, when they make the animation cute and, like, hilarious, doing, like, squishy things, making them look so cute. I also love how this show is very game-centered. I don't really watch or play games, right? But this kind of made me want to play a game. So I love that. And the main character, she's so cute. Also, they had a sick day episode that was like very nice. It was different from any other sick day episode in anime I've watched, and it flooded my heart with wholesomeness. It was just so cute, and all the characters are wonderful. I just love them all so much, including this one girl who I thought would stay like annoying and mean, but she leveled up. Level puns. Yeah, so that was a really good one. I have one episode left to finish, but I'm trying to stave it off because, same with Babysitter's Club, I'm trying to stave off those last episodes because that means it's finished and I don't know when I'll get something else again. Okay, that's all with the shows. Let's move on to the songs. So these days, so I'm someone who listens to a lot of songs, like different kinds of genres: K-pop, J-pop, American, etc. Although I don't listen to much of African music, which is something I've been trying to do. But if you have any recommendations, do give me some. So I've been listening to a lot of 80s music, like 80s American music, and I have 3 that I really love. I'm going to list them right now. Take on Me by Aha, Like a Prayer by Madonna, and We Built This City by Starship. And these 3, they're so nice. Like, my favorite of these 3, I think, would be Aha, Take on Me, Aha, right? But